Capricorn, my name is Gregory Scott and this is your astrology forecast for August 2015. It's really nice to be with you today. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to give you a rundown of what's coming up via your astrology for the month of August. And I'll even give you some specific dates to look out for, you know, what the best time for this is and the good time for that and that sort of thing. Okay, so the first thing that I notice in August that happens for you is that Venus goes into Leo in your 8th house. And what you're going to be noticing is that you feel far more positive towards the people in your life and you feel far more inspired and enthusiastic by the people around you. So I feel that people in your life are very important anyway, and I think you do like the energy that other people give you and the sense of belonging. But now that the goddess of love, you know, the planet of love, is in that fiery sign of passion, that sense of belonging and connection with other people is going to be highlighted, and you're going to feel really, really positive towards the people in your life. And I think you'll have a lot of time for people, and you'll feel like you can get a lot done in conjunction with other people. So the beginning of the month is a great time for you to be a team worker, for you to connect with others, in family situations and friendship situations, there's a good connection between you and others. At the same day, 1st of August here, we've also got a T-square, which is an area of real motivation with a solution. And the motivation here is going to be, I think you're going to look to people to inspire you, but you will also want to work with people. And by all means do that, that's very good. But what you need to look for is to, if you want to realize your hopes and dreams in terms of what you're doing with these people, choose the most stable, solid ones, the ones that are most reliable, the ones that are most matched to the way you do things, okay? And you'll know that because, you know, for instance, Capricorn, you're going to want to work in a certain way, and sort of lateness possibly, or people who flake out on you aren't really going to get the thing done, okay? They're going to frustrate you and it'll cause a lot of friction. So your view of people is very hopeful and very optimistic, and you're loving people at the moment, but just make sure you don't run into any problems, that you still use that common sense method of vetting people in terms of their reliability, how they're productive, how their skills are, all of that stuff, so you don't end up getting frustrated with certain people. On the 3rd of August, there's a grand trine in water, and that occurs again in terms of, this is an area of great talent. And what this gives you on the 3rd of August, my dear Capricorn, is a real sense of emotional intelligence. You almost become a little bit psychic, and you can pick up on who's going to be a good person to work with and who isn't. So this can apply to, you know, a really explicit serious situation, like you're trying to get something going, like a project, a rally, a protest, and you have to choose the people who are involved. On the 3rd, you're going to make the best decisions about who to choose, who to get involved. It can be something completely other as well, though. It could be that you're trying to choose a friend who is going to help you move house. Make sure you choose someone who's reliable, who's available, and on the 3rd, you will make a good decision because you have that extra sensory kind of watery insight. At the same time, Pluto is in retrograde, and that's in your 1st house in your sign, Capricorn, okay? Pluto's in your 1st sign, in your 1st house in your sign. So Pluto, when it's retrograde, first of all, Pluto's the planet of life and rebirth and death. And when it's in retrograde, it kind of tends to be like a vacuum cleaner that takes away negativity. And I really feel like with Pluto sitting there, and it's been sitting there for a while, you have gone through a process of really becoming less judgmental, less harsh, less critical, and that negativity has been pulled out of you, and that's why you've got this greater love and joy when you're connected with other people. And I think you're a really great person to be around because you're open-minded, you're open-hearted, and you have a wonderful time with other people in your life. That's beautiful. That retrograde stays there it's been in retrograde, Pluto that is, since the 16th of April, and it stays in retrograde until the 24th of September. So expect that kind of cleansing of yourself to continue through into September, and for you to become really very unjudgmental, which is so nice. The 5th of August sees the moon trining Jupiter and Venus, and that occurs in your 4th house of family and your 8th house. This then extends on the 5th, this feeling of not being judgmental and things. This extends to your family life, where I think you'll be getting on very well with people. I think you're going to be highly emotionally intelligent while seeing the best in people. But I think because you put that out there, people will respond in kind. Okay, so people in your family will really warm to you. I mean, they love you anyway because they're your family, but they will really see past any of your quirks, any of the things that usually cause friction. And I think you can have a drama or friction-free day on the 5th. So if you're planning a family event, a family gathering, and sometimes with families it's like, you know, 20 relatives together, is it going to blow up? Most families are like that because there's so much history involved. If you plan it for the 5th of August, it's going to go really, really well because you come across so nicely, so well. You don't ruffle any feathers and people respond to you in turn. On the 7th of August, the Sun squares the Moon, and that happens in your 8th house and 5th. And really what this means is that you can see the good in people, but by doing that, it also gives you a clearer insight into what you want a romantic partner to be like. So if you're single, then on the 7th of August, you're going to have a really clear picture of the type of person you want to be with. And that's good because we do have to kind of know what kind of energy we're putting out there, what we're looking for, because often you have to consciously put that out there to attract it into your life. And on the other hand, you're also going to feel very comfortable and very loving, particularly if you're in a relationship already. And I think you'll be very pleased with your partner. Even though your partner hasn't changed, you're going to see the best in that person. You're going to see past their flaws. And I think that's the big theme so far for the first week of August, that you're very forgiving in your perception of other people. There's also a Grand Cross that occurs the next day, and that's going to keep you very, very busy, okay? That's between your desire to work with other people, to see the best in them, and to communicate in an effective way. That all kind of lumps together, which means that the 8th of August is the best time for you to work with other people. You're an excellent team leader this month because you have such a knack for picking out the right kind of people, and then once you do that, you work very effectively. Mercury also goes into Virgo on this day, and that is in your 9th house. So you're going to be a sponge. You can take information in, that's emotional information, that's general factual information, and you can really sort the good from the bad. You can really sort good information from bad information, and that's why you're able to make such good decisions. So Capricorn, I want you around in any business meeting that I've got because you're going to make sense, you're going to make good decisions, and you're going to have a real understanding of the people who are involved in those decisions. So if you're watching this, I hope you're someone working because you're going to have a really great month. If you're a student, decisions for your future will be very, very good. The people who you involve in your future. If you're an employee, great team working, great ability to bring people together and to get a sense of morale going. If morale's low or if there have been gossip or issues at work, you can really resolve that very well. If you're retired, you can make really good inroads in terms of the people you have in your life, the people who you can do projects with, go on trips with, you know, walking expeditions or whatever it is you do. That's the theme. It doesn't really matter what life circumstances are. It's the theme about being able to make good judgments about other people and leading them. On the 9th, Mars moves into Leo, and that is in your 8th house as well. So really, you become very, very focused now on other people and how you can bring the best out in other people now with this Mars arrival. So this is a good time to teach. Capricorn. You're going to be a very good teacher on the 9th, whether you're a professional teacher or where you've never taught anything before. If you've got a friend who's struggling, suffering emotionally, you can teach them how to get through this through your own experience. If you're an art genius, if you're very good at drawing, on the 9th, please impart your wisdom with someone else, because you'll have a lot to offer and people will learn from them. And the main thing is that there's so much fire in your chart on this day that you can really inspire someone else through your own knowledge, through your own wisdom, and you become a light in someone else's life. On the 11th of August, the moon trines Neptune, and that occurs between your 7th house of relationship and your 3rd house of communication. So think about how you want your relationships to progress. If you're in love, if you're in a romantic situation, it would be a great day to propose, because you will come across very well. You will be able to articulate your desires and your aspirations, and the response will be very pleasing to you. This is a good day to speak up and to speak your truth and to speak about your feelings, because it's like a dream will come true for you on this day. Between the 12th of August and the 19th of August, Mercury trines Pluto. And Mercury is in Virgo at the moment, which is about communication, and your Pluto is in your self. This process of becoming less judgmental, of detoxing yourself, on the 12th of August through to the 19th, it's very good to discover new ways of speaking, to discover new ways of being, to educate yourself about yourself. So look at different ways of spirituality. It's a great time for looking into self-help and for the self-help to actually stick, because sometimes, you know, people read self-help books and it's just, okay, it's interesting, and then off to the next thing, and it's just in one ear out the other. You can really, if you're on a path of becoming the person you want to be, this time is a really good way of detoxing all of that and splurging it out kind of through your words. It's a great day to write it all down, to get it out of your system. But it's a nice time of personal transformation for you, Capricorn. Now, on the 12th as well, Jupiter goes into Virgo. And that's really significant because Jupiter only changes sign once a year, and it stays in Virgo until the 10th of September 2016. So, Jupiter is the planet of good luck, good fortune. You can activate your good luck and good fortune by taking practical action, and specifically by trying out new things, Capricorn. I think you're really going to blossom if you try new things. That's in a practical sense, like broadening your horizons, traveling, experiencing new cultures, different locations. That's going to really help you grow and expand you. But also traveling in your mind, you know, trying out different ways of doing things like the self-help I just mentioned, but also in terms of spirituality. Different ways of worshipping, different ways of connecting with God. Meditation, maybe go see the Krishnas, maybe try Christian Science. Whatever works for you, it's a way of exploring things, it's a new way of finding that connection with something bigger than yourself, so that you can let go of the negativity and become the wonderful, positive individual you want to be and already are on many levels. 14th of August sees the new moon occur. And again, it's a great time to inspire other people and to overcome your own low self-esteem about your ability to teach, about your ability to communicate, and your ability to write by helping someone else. So by teaching someone, you will feel more skilled yourself. And the new moon is a period of setting new seeds and new plants that will then grow. So this confidence that you build will be with you for the foreseeable future, that you can build on, and you can heal the past beliefs about not being good enough or not having the public speaking skills or whatever the faulty limiting belief is. On the 15th of August, Jupiter begins to oppose Neptune. And that happens in your 9th and your 3rd. So you want to improve your communication skills, you want to be more spiritual. I think you want to connect more closely with yourself and have a greater understanding of yourself and the way you operate within the world. Again, the best way for you to do that is to study and to travel. And you have a kind of way of being that you're striving towards, and that's the ticket to get there. That's the way to realize what you want. On the 18th of August, the moon is in Libra, and it's right on top of your chart, and it sextiles your midheaven and your Mars, which is in your 8th house. And there's a really nice connection on this day between getting what you want at work. So you can really influence people very well, even manipulate them on a darker level, but you can really swing things in your favor on the 18th. So if you're trying to get things a certain way, in terms of your career, or in terms of your future career, or in terms of the way your money is going, or the way your responsibility is going, your deployment in a team, have a look at that. It's very interesting. If you're retired, then this is a day of really getting clearer on the people in your life, what they expect of you, and how to build more harmony with them. How to get yourself and other people in a position where you inspire them and you create more harmonies together and you feel good about what you're doing together. 20th of August, the moon is right on top of your ascendant. It's in Scorpio, and that trines Neptune, which is in your 3rd house. I think one of your acquaintances, one of your colleagues, maybe even one of your friends, teaches you something very insightful about communicating your true purpose, your true message. So it's not saying when the student is ready, the teacher appears. A teacher appears for you today, because you have been kind of on a journey at the beginning of August here, and you've been very focused on other people and inspiring them and thereby helping yourself. And as a result of all of that good work, you are given something in return. That happens in a spiritual setting, in a spiritual context. That teacher will appear at the ashram you visited, or at the church you've gone to, or at the Christian Science Church, or the Hare Krishnas, or wherever it is you've gone, or the meditation center. A teacher will appear to you on the 23rd, and that teacher will be your personal mentor, and who can really take you wherever you are in your personal development, will take you to the next step on the 23rd. So make sure you show up for that, okay? 24th of August, there's a grand trine in fire here, which is about real creativity and real passion. Okay, and it's vice versa. It's your spiritual insights and knowledge will help you inspire other people and their inspiration will help you grow spiritually. It's a give and take. So, wow. Capricorn, you're really a teacher and an inspiration and a mentor to a lot of people, so make yourself available. And if you're watching this and if you feel like, hey, I've got no skills, how am I going to inspire anyone? What have I got to offer? That is not true. We all have something to inspire someone else with. We all have a lot to offer. And whether it's just being in a room with someone and showing someone how to sit quietly for 20 minutes, that's... If you can do that, a lot of people can't do that. Everyone has something that they can offer to someone. And for you, Capricorn, you're going to be a teacher this month. On the 28th of August, Mercury goes into Libra, and that's again right on top of your chart, and it's in the noon position. In terms of astrology, the noon position is what you're most like during the day, what you're meant to be doing. It's the midheaven. And because Mercury is in Libra, what that makes you is a communicator, a teacher, a people person this month, and someone who builds bridges between people and who creates new friendships, new relationships. So get out there, do as much as you can with other people. People will love you. 29th of August, the full moon is in Pisces, and that happens in your 3rd house. All of this stuff now comes to a fruition, comes to a blossoming period, and you realize that you've learned a new way of expressing yourself through the work that you've done in August. So the skills that you've got at the beginning of August are going to be, especially in terms of the way you communicate, write, speak, talk, sing, whatever, they're going to be better at the end of August than they were at the beginning because of all this work that you've done. And then finally, on the 30th of August, there's a yod in your chart, the finger of God here, and it's between your renewing sense of self and your renewed sense of communication comes as a result of working with others and of being helpful to others. It's a beautiful purpose. So Capricorn, I hope you found that useful. If you'd like a private reading with me for any more guidance and for me to have a look at your specific chart, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and if you'd like to send me an email, the address is readings@gregoryscott.co.uk. Have a wonderful August, and I'll speak to you soon.